Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car, deer, and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
If you are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills, we'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
This is for all you DIY customers out there. All 9 Rosenberg locations are offering 15% off You Can Do It promotion on residential riding lawnmower belts, blades, and home maintenance kits now through May 15th, 2024. Rosenberg Implement wants all their DIY customers to feel confident and prepared for the upcoming mowing season with the maintenance parts you need to get your equipment in shape. Take advantage of Rosenberg's DIY promotion and save 15% on riding lawnmower belts, blades, and home maintenance kits now through May 15th, 2024. Some exclusions.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and...
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. Inside the birdcage on this Friday evening, welcome to Friday Night Hoops here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live, along with our producer and colorman Cole Larsh. Good evening, I'm Heath Nimke. It's great to be with you here on this, well, Friday evening as we get you set for high school hoops and what is set to be an entertaining night. It's the finale for the Vermillion boys and the Parker Pheasants for both teams as they wrap up the regular season and look forward to the postseason that is coming up here in just a few days. Of course, the postseason is set for a majority of Class A to begin on Tuesday. A few teams do begin their postseason on Monday. How is your pulse doing as well? What a fun night last night here inside the birdcage as the Vermillion girls punched their ticket onto the Sodak 16, beating Lennox 47-42. And if you have not heard the news yet, the Vermillion girls are going to be playing in Menno, South Dakota, coming up next Thursday at 6:30. If you plan on attending that game, I would show up early because it is a small gym. Reference, it's smaller than what Vermillion has if you just don't even count the balcony. I mean, even just the rows in the gym, it's that small. So it's going to be cramped. Plus, you have to talk about all the media that's going to be there. You have 2 radio stations, a streaming service that will be there. So a lot's going to be going on. Certainly going to be a packed gym. Again, that is coming up on Thursday. Yes, Cole?
It's 2 rows bigger than the Vermillion gym with the seating a little bit wider, but yeah. So you take the bottom half. It's going to be slammed full.
Get there early. And if you don't, we'll have the coverage right here for you on Live Ticket TV. All right, let's get you set for tonight's game. The Parker Pheasants and the Vermillion Tanagers. Right now, you hear that buzzer. It is wrapping up the third quarter in the JV game, 43-19 right now. The Vermillion boys are dominating over the Parker Pheasants. Cole, let's talk about this matchup coming into it. We knew on Monday night, win against Canton, beat Parker, have a chance. If Lennox loses against Dakota Valley, you grab yourself the 2 seed. It doesn't work out that way. Vermillion needs to have a nice bounce-back game tonight to build confidence going into the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, you really hit the nail on the head right there. As you got to have a big bounce-back win, like you said. It was a pretty disappointing start for the Vermillion Tanagers to start that game against Canton. Just going to be one of those deals where you got to kind of bounce back. You want to try and put the ball in the hoop as much time as you can. I mean, obviously that's the objective of the game, but you want to build your confidence, like you said. I mean, coming into regions, the team with, honestly, the most confidence in these stacked regions is going to come out on top. It's going to be a really important game. I mean, you can kind of look at this game, and some people might say, oh, you just need to kind of do walkthroughs, basically, and you're going to be able to do it. No, that's not going to be the case. Parker's going to come out hot. They're going to say, well, the girls about got you in the region. How about the boys? Let's try it one more time. Big game for the Tanagers just to give themselves some confidence.
Again, the Vermillion Tanagers come in 12-7 overall, 3-3 in the region. They did finish the DAC 12 at 5-5. Again, a year ago they finished 1-9. Also, when it comes to the postseason, where are things going to fall as we get ready for Tuesday? Well, we're going to take our time out here. When we come back, we'll talk more about the postseason and what is on the line tonight for both the Vermillion Tanagers and the Parker Pheasants. That is on the way next here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out Team Apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Give it off to Cisse, gliding to the basket. Out to 3, Jay Hayes. Good. And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. Live Ticket TV is your home for Vermillion High School baseball and Legion baseball this summer. We hope you can tune in for all the action. We'll see if we can get a selfie camera up here once again this evening. We had that going last night in our region tournament game. The Vermillion Tanagers are on to the Sodak 16. Oh, that means if the selfie camera is going to be on, Cole, I might need to sit down here eventually during this broadcast. I've just been kind of standing this entire time.
welcome in. It's great to have you aboard here on this Friday evening. It's been a busy week for us here of high school hoops, but one thing we're blessed is it's been every game here in the friendly confines of the Birdcage, so no complaints there. And tonight, Cole, you've already mentioned it. It's kind of funny that you say that, is we can't just go through the motions tonight. We have to play strong. But it's going to be hard for both these teams, even, if you will, because you head into the postseason and say, all right, we want to go into the postseason on a right note, on the right side of things. But the reality is there's nothing to play for tonight in this region except for T and Canton, and it's out of their hands right now. In fact, they have to watch other teams to see how they do, to see what the postseason's going to do. Otherwise, everything is already set in motion. Dakota Valley is going to be 1. Lennox is 2. Vermillion is 3. Again, 4 or 5 are going to be T or Canton. Elk Point Jefferson 6. Beersford 7. And Parker is 8. So, Cole, playoff picture looks very similar or kind of similar to what we saw last year, especially for the Vermillion Tanagers. It's going to be a Lennox again this year if we beat Elk Point Jefferson. Otherwise, we're going to play Elk Point Jefferson once again this year, so maybe not a whole lot of change here at Vermillion High School on the way things are going to go.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we thought about, back in that girls' game was, you find yourself in you can't really say similar positions because you look at the boys last year, they're the 7th seed last year, the 3 seed this year, so completely different positions, but it's just one of those deals where, you look at the region and sometimes teams are good, sometimes teams the other way. It just so happens that Vermillion's close to the top. They're going to play pretty similar teams, and once again, assuming everybody wins in that first round, we're going to travel up to Lennox on that Friday night, and hopefully Vermillion can play the spoiler 2 years in a row.
Yeah, 2 years in a row. Of course, they did it last year. They had just a great performance, and I know head coach Jay Drake has already mentioned, he said, of course, we're not looking ahead, but he said if you had a crystal ball and you rubbed it and said, hey, you are going to be playing Lennox, and he said, I don't care, I'm not asking if we win or lose, I just want another chance at them. I think we can get them. I would just like that opportunity. And that certainly would be. So, Cole, we saw them. They didn't play that well. They just couldn't get in a groove that game against the Lennox Orioles. And Lennox, they live and die by the 3. They shot extremely well that night. Porter Enan, of course, was just coming back. He's getting into his groove. So maybe not that scouting report that you know of, how to shut him down. Vermillion would love that, another crack. But also, that Elk Point Jefferson game has to scare you just a little bit, Cole, because we set a school record for how many fouls were called. I believe it was over 50 fouls called in that game. It was every single touch of a body was a whistle. Very ticky-tack. Completely different this time around when these two teams meet coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's going to be, that's just how it's going to be sometimes as you look at it, and sometimes you get different officials for different games, and they all call it differently depending on what everything's going on. So as I'm just looking through my big binder here of stat sheets, seeing if I can even attempt to find that last stat sheet. But yeah, it's going to be different no matter what game you play. You just kind of have to adapt to it. Different styles, different play styles. It's going to be, just like you said, just about completely different.
Yeah, completely different. Again, that game is set to come up on Tuesday. Of course, we'll have all the coverage right here on Live Ticket TV. Again, that is set. That is something we know of is going to be happening just because things had a chance to be different, if you will, for the Vermillion boys. If they could have found a win on Monday against the Canton Seahawks, they had that opportunity, if you will, to have a chance at getting as high as number 2, but they didn't. And again, we referenced that game, Cole. Just if you're curious, 71-57 was your final. Like I said, we saw a lot of fouls during that game. What was it? I said over 50, right? And it wasn't 50, actually. It was 44 fouls were called in that game. And Elk Point Jefferson had kind of a bad night shooting as well. They only shot 4 of 9 from the three-point line. For the game, they shot 53% from the free throw line and 40% from the field. Vermillion shot 54% from the field and also 54% from the free throw line, but 41% from the three-point land.
Yeah, just a couple of things looking back at that game. Garrett Merkley fouls out in that fourth quarter. Evan Fournier fouls out in that fourth quarter. Caden Moore gets them into some foul trouble, so arguably their best scorers really didn't have a chance to play in that fourth quarter. And then you look at the start, too. It was a 25-14 lead at the end of the first quarter for the Vermillion Tanagers. Elk Point Jefferson just couldn't really, recover. Also, one other thing, from the free throw line for Vermillion, they went 18 of 33.
It's funny you said that because I was going to mention the same thing. After 25-14, Elk Point Jefferson actually won this second quarter, outscoring Vermillion 17-14. Vermillion outscored EPJ 19-16 and 30-10 in the third and fourth, respectively. But you can see, besides the first quarter, those other three were all separated by 3 points. So it was a lot closer than what we may remember just because of how that game kind of played out. And I don't think we're going to be heading to the free throw line over 30 times again in that ball game.
No, I don't think so. I think that's a once-in-a-season type deal right there.
57-25 is your final. The Vermillion boys win the C game, win the JV game, and they're trying to make it a clean sweep over the Parker Pheasants. We're going to step aside here on the broadcast. When we come back, it's time for our conversation with head coach Jay Drake. That is on the way next on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live. Since 1966, Louie's Cleaning and Restoration has served the Vermillion and southeast South Dakota area with high-quality work and even higher-quality customer service. At Vermillion's oldest cleaning and restoration company, they pride themselves on providing the best service with friendly, knowledgeable staff. They specialize in cleaning, offering extensive cleaning services with high-powered equipment at an affordable price. Check out their website for a full list of services they offer. And next time you need it clean, call Louie's Cleaning and Restoration.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods, such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
If you are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills, we'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
This is for all you DIY customers out there. All 9 Rosenberg locations are offering 15% off You Can Do It promotion on residential riding lawnmower belts, blades, and home maintenance kits now through May 15th, 2024. Rosenberg Implement wants all their DIY customers to feel confident and prepared for the upcoming mowing season with the maintenance parts you need to get your equipment in shape. Take advantage of Rosenberg's DIY promotion and save 15% on riding lawnmower belts, blades, and home maintenance kits now through May 15th, 2024. Some exclusions do apply.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. Back here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live. Great to be with you on this Friday evening. Oh, we're going to have some fun with this selfie camera, Cole, I can tell you that much. Getting set for this pregame between the Parker Pheasants and the Vermillion Tanagers Live. I know the camera's not on. You're probably lucky if people didn't see what just happened. You just took out a chair back over here.
For the record, he slapped me on my back and I went into a chair and took it out.
That didn't slam me. I kind of body checked.
Oh, yeah, right. You did.
I
right,
body checked you. That's what happens when you play 6 years of high school hockey. Held back 2 years. I know you're trying to do the math there. Held back 2 years. You keep playing hockey, though. Getting set here between the Parker Pheasants and the Vermillion Tanagers on the pregame show, taking a look at this season. Again, we talked about the Vermillion boys, 12-7 overall coming into this year, and I know Cole Larsh and I have already hinted at a little bit. Vermillion overall, we talk about where they find themselves currently at in Region 4A in third place right now, but overall, they find themselves in 12th out of the 68 teams in Class A. That's just how good of a season they have had, even at 12-7. And again, you look at the teams that are out in front of them. Sioux Falls Christian, who they lost to. Pine Ridge, they lost to. Dakota Valley, they lost to. Also look at Del Rapids and also Lennox. So out of their 7 losses, 5 of the 7 teams fall ahead of them in the overall seed point rankings. So again, it's been pretty darn good for this Vermillion Tanagers team. And again, when we talk about as well, if you're kind of thinking, all right, who's that one bad loss? It's actually the Canton Seahawks. The only other loss that Vermillion has had that doesn't find themselves above them in the seed points wise, Cole, is?
I was not paying attention.
Boys Town from the state of Nebraska. They did finish above 500 just slightly. The Boys Town, Nebraska did. So otherwise, Vermillion has found a lot of great wins so far this season, but they are trying to kind of navigate their way towards the end because this has been a tough portion of their season. You may remember 3 straight losses against Sioux Falls Christian, Pine Ridge, and Del Rapids before they won 3 straight, then lost 2, including against Dakota Valley. Lennox won 2 against Wagner and Ponca in that Canton game, so now they're trying to bounce back. Currently, we're getting ready closer. We thought we might, the JV game wrapped up. We sat around here inside the high school gym for about 10 minutes, and now we're going to be introducing the dance team here on the court. Also, congratulations to our wrestlers who are wrapping things up. We'll get you an update on how the wrestlers are doing. Also want to say congratulations to the gymnastics team who finished 8th in state this past season. It was a very successful winter season for all the athletics that were happening for the Vermillion Tanagers. And again, if you're just tuning into the broadcast, if you did not hear the news, the Vermillion girls onto the Sodak 16, they will be taking on the Winter Warriors in Meadow, South Dakota, coming up on Thursday at 6:30. So if you plan on attending that game, we've already mentioned it here again on the broadcast. It's a smaller gym. It's a Class B gym, so you need to make sure that you are there. If you would like to be, to again have, well, I guess I would say a spot to sit in the bleachers. Otherwise, if you can't make it, we'll have all the coverage right here on Live Ticket TV. All right, let's get into our coaches interview. Earlier, I sat down with head coach of the Vermillion Tanagers, Jay Drake, and we talked about the end of the season and how it's important to focus on this game and not just let this one kind of slip on by, but to make sure Vermillion wins it convincingly. Here he is on our pregame show. It's head coach of the Vermillion boys, Jay Drake. Coach Drake, getting ready for the season finale against the Parker Pheasants, but I want to go back to Monday night against the Canton Seahawks. A lot of talk going into that game, a chance for Vermillion to go as high as the number 2 seed in that game. We have to take care of business. We need a few different things to happen along the way as well for that to happen. But Coach Budmeyer, after the game, point blank said on the broadcast, we lost that game at 9 o'clock in the morning. We did not bring the energy to open gym, and then it carried over into that game against Canton, especially in the first half. We battled in the second half, but we lost at 9 o'clock in the morning. Your take on that, your thoughts on how that game went so wrong so quickly against the Seahawks?
Yeah, disappointing, obviously, especially on the defensive end. And, for our group, not the fact that, there's a lot of things to play for. The biggest thing is it's a high school basketball game, and you're only guaranteed so many, but, you never want any injuries or anything like that, but you just never know what might happen. And we were going in the game, they're kind of in the same boat. Canton was still playing from the standpoint of they need some things to happen, but they needed a win, number one. And then if some things happen the rest of the week, they could possibly be the 4 seed and host a first-round game. But we were in a position, we talked with our team about, going into the week, we had an opportunity still if we could take care of business in both games this week, obviously the first one being Canton on Monday, and then finish off the week against Parker here on Friday night. And then if Lennox were to lose to Dakota Valley, which is a game that could go either way tonight, then we could have jumped up to the 2 seed. So to have that out there and still competing and having a chance to maybe get a 2 seed, and then for us to come out the way we did in the first half, defensively, just very disappointing. And obviously, that from a program standpoint, we kind of pride ourselves on playing extremely hard and taking care of the defensive end. And that's what's kind of been disappointing and frustrating at times this year. Canton's a really good offensive team, too, that you can't let a team like that get into a rhythm and into a flow. But our energy and effort on the defensive end just wasn't anywhere near what it needs to be any game, much less against a team like Canton. We dug ourselves a hole, and it's kind of, we've talked to our group here the last couple of days of practice and watching film with them, is the scary thing on that is we've kind of done this 2-3 times now. Pine Ridge is a game I remember, even the Madison game, getting off kind of the slow starts, and in one sense, fans or parents might say, hey, great job, you guys didn't quit, you hung in there, you kept battling, you fought to the very end, gave yourselves a chance, which there's something to be said about that. On the flip side of how we look at it as coaches is, hey, we can't be playing with that lack of energy and focus and effort on the defensive end, because we're getting ourselves in this kind of hole, and you just can't get yourself out of it sometimes, and that's what happened Monday night.
Yeah, you kind of talk no such thing as moral victories. You can say, like you said, I agree. even in the broadcast standpoint, I looked up and it's like, oh my goodness, we're down by 8, but I didn't necessarily feel like things were right just because the way things had gone. Now, I do want to ask one other quick question on that game. Things seemed to go so right for Canton from the three-point line. It just seemed at one point they couldn't miss. And they were doing a great job of having assists. It was always finding the open shooter and just maybe not defense help quick enough. They would shoot the three, and gosh darn it, they just kept hitting it. What is that like to coach in a game when you're just helpless? You're just watching a team rattle off 1 3 after another. How does that feel in Jay Drake's stomach?
It's not real good, but that's something we've told our group. We had a couple people even from Canton come up after the game and kind of made the comments. We haven't shot it like that all year. And what we told our group, and this is kind of our philosophy as a coaching staff, is when people make those comments or say that, that's still on us, because we just don't believe in teams being hot. I think a lot of that has to do with what you're doing defensively, and we let them get into a rhythm. We let them get into a flow. We didn't have enough defensive pressure. We let them get to spots where they want to get to, and when you let teams do that, now all of a sudden they're comfortable. And like anything, once 1 or 2 goes down, all of them will start feeling comfortable and get into a flow and rhythm. And yes, they shot it well, and give them credit for knocking down shots. The other side of that is we look at it as a coaching staff. That's on us for allowing them to do that. And if we play better defensively, hopefully that doesn't happen. So, again, and they've scored a lot of points this year. Their team averaging, I think, in the 67, 68 range. So it's not like they haven't done this. It's just one of those things where, even watching the film with our guys, if you look, when we get back in the game in the second half, I think we get it down to 3 or 4 there in the fourth quarter, and give ourselves a chance late. But you just specifically, and you can see the energy and effort on the defensive end, kind of like, hey, we're down now, we got to get ourselves back in it, and it dramatically picks up. But our point as a coaching staff is that's the type of effort and energy you have to play from the get-go, and you got to try to sustain that for 32 minutes.
Exactly. Desperation mode kicked in, and why was desperation mode not kicked in when we tipped this thing off? Why did it take us to go down by 21 points to finally get that? I absolutely agree. For the fans out there that don't think Jay Drake knows what he's doing or doesn't feel that, he certainly does, and he knows what it takes to make a comeback, and we saw that. Just in the end, it wasn't quite there enough. Coach Drake, you do harp on it, though, all the time. We got to be, what's one of the famous sayings you have? Down the end of the stretch of basketball season, we got to be playing our best basketball. We got to be doing things right. Things didn't go right against Canton. End of the season tonight against the Parker Pheasants, a team that has building towards the future. Last time it looks like we'll play Parker again for some time, as they could be moving out of the region. So what does it take now to be playing our best basketball, locked in probably as the 3 seed, playing against Elk Point Jefferson? What does it take to maybe go on a 7-game stretch here that sees us hoisting up a trophy at the end?
Well, we got to play well, and like you said, we're running out of time because it's got to be started tonight. We've told our crew there's no guarantees, obviously, next week with EPJ in the first round. But I do know this much, that, we thought we played really well in the second half against Wagner and played a good complete game against Ponca a week ago. So we had stuck 3 pretty good halves together and then kind of took a step backwards with Canton, kind of went in the wrong direction. We've got to play 32 good minutes tonight. And whether our guys think so or believe it or not, that playing well for a full 32 minutes and get things done on both ends of the floor. If you do that, hopefully that carries into next Tuesday. If we don't play well or you're struggling a little bit, all of a sudden you're basically coming off your last 2 games here with Canton earlier this week, and if you don't play well tonight, then all of a sudden you're going into the postseason with 2 games a week prior, not playing your best basketball. And you're going to hear all the cliches over the next week, 0-0, it's a new season, postseason. But the bottom line is, over my coaching career, for the most part, if you want to expect to maybe string some wins together in the postseason, it all starts prior to that. You can't actually just hope out of nowhere. You just start putting it together when you haven't been playing good basketball. So huge for us, and that's where hopefully we see some urgency from our guys, that they understand doesn't matter who our opponent is tonight. We just got to play good basketball for 32 minutes.
Any fans who don't think that is not true, just go look at my favorite NFL team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Certainly true on that mantra. Once you start losing, everything goes downhill from there. Parker, what do we know about the Parker Pheasants? I can look at the paper and say, all right, not a lot of wins so far this season. They do not play all the Region 4A teams, which means they don't play a lot of DAC 12 teams when it comes. We missed Dakota Valley. They don't have Lennox on their schedule. A few other teams out there. So who are the Parker Pheasants? What should we expect to see from them tonight?
Well, I think they're better than their record. I think they're 4-15 going into the game. They've been in our regional now in the last couple of years. I think this is the third year we've been playing them. But new coach this year, so had some of it early on in the year trying to figure out a new system and the philosophy of their new coach. But Travnicek kid's been playing for, starting the 3 years we've been playing him now. He's a good little guard. Can score in the paint. He's quick. He can shoot a three. He'll shoot it from deep. He reminds me a lot of the Lamprecht kid that we saw from Ponca last week, and he was a really good player. And so similar type player as him. And then they got the Myers kid inside at 6'6", 6'7". Weeman at about 6'3", 6'4", can go inside and out, and I think he's their quarterback in football and played last year off the bench as a freshman now. So they'll lean on those three, scoring the basketball. The biggest game that stands out, is probably about a month ago or so, but they played Del Rapids, and obviously that's a DAC 12 opponent of ours, and we know a lot about Del Rapids, but they were within single digits in the fourth quarter. I think they got it down to even at 5 at one point in the fourth quarter against Dells. I think the final ended up being 12 or 14. But anytime you can go play Del Rapids and have them on the run in the fourth quarter, and like we've told our guys, that should wake us up right there, because just knowing who Del Rapids is in the DAC 12, and they've hung in with some other teams, some other they've had kind of a wide range, like you said, of both Class A and Class B opponents. But like anything, we've got to take care of ourselves and understand that we better be ready to go. We've got to play a good 32 minutes. If we can do that, it's one of those games I think we can put ourselves in a pretty good spot come second half and into the fourth quarter, and hopefully be in a position to finish off the game. But if we're not ready, and we found that out on Monday night, we'll be in for a long night.
Fan question of the night. People want to know, when it comes to any player for Vermillion, this isn't one specific because all the players have gone at this point this season in a game. When a player goes cold from the field, what is your philosophy on keeping them out there or taking them out and making them settle themselves on the bench? How do you make those type of decisions as a coach?
A lot of it's just feel. Some of it is really what you feel from a program philosophy and where you're at, and that's sometimes depending on the kid. What's happened in the sub-varsity games? Did we have a guy, especially earlier that night, that played really well? And hey, maybe it's a good spot to spot him some minutes for someone. But for the most part, you try to just we know who we are, and on the offensive end, that's the one thing. And I think this is probably just our program as a whole, is we've kind of had the philosophy as a team that we don't know. We'd like to say we're going to shoot it well every night, but we don't know if we're gonna, and we may struggle shooting at times, and that's why we think of ourselves or rely so much on the defensive end, and we need to have the defensive energy and effort so that if we are struggling a little bit, it doesn't matter who it is offensively, we can always do some things on the defensive end, hustle plays, rebounding the basketball, even saying, hey, I'm going to pass up a shot here or there, and maybe create for someone else and help our teams in other ways.
Once again, that is head coach Jay Drake here on the pregame show, talking about the situation when it comes to his team maybe getting tight. Some players missing their shots, forcing things up. What's his philosophy when it comes to keeping the guys out there and letting them work through what is going on? Tonight is the season finale for the Vermillion boys. It's the final game within this Region 4A, and it could be the last time these two teams meet up in quite some time. Again, the proposed realignments in Region 4A see Parker exit out of the region and move over to Region 5A and have Sioux Falls Christian move into this region. Also, if you're just tuning into the broadcast, there's nothing left to play for when these two teams meet. It is set already. Vermillion is going to finish third in the region, and Parker will finish 8th. Vermillion will take on Elk Point Jefferson on Tuesday, and Parker will be on the road to take on Dakota Valley. Also in a rematch from a year ago, Parker and Dakota Valley meeting down in North Sioux City. It's almost time for game time back here in the Birdcage. We're going to step aside, and when we come back after our national anthem, we'll have our starting lineup and get you set for tip between the Vermillion Tanagers and the Parker Pheasants. That's on the way next here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Give it off to Cisse, gliding to the basket. Out to 3, Jay Hayes. Good. And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. Inside the bird cage, it's the battle of the birds, the Pheasants versus the Tanagers. Welcome aboard for the season finale between the Parker Pheasants and the Vermillion Tanagers. This has been a matchup now twice that we've already seen in a week's time. Both times the Vermillion girls winning in their season finale and also winning in the region playoffs that happened this past Tuesday. But now it's time for the boys' turn, and the Parker Pheasants trying to finish their regular season on a good note as they head to one of the top teams in Class A, the Dakota Valley Panthers, for the postseason. That's coming up on Tuesday. Let's meet the Parker Pheasants. Tonight's starting five includes number 5, Ray Travanik, the 5'10 senior guard. Number 12, Harley Davis, the 6'2 senior forward. Number 24, Landon Weeman, the 6'4 sophomore center. Number 25, Carter Ross, the 5'10 senior guard. And finally, number 32, Miles Meyer, the 6'7 junior center. The Parker Pheasants, coached by Micah Moran, along with assistant coach Braden Wallenstein, 4-15 overall. They're only 0-3 in the region. They're 3-4 in the Big East. For the Vermillion Tanagers, it's the same starting five they've had for all 20 games. It includes Connor Rohrig, Bryson Skogsberg, Zone Robinson, Carter Hansen, and Trey Hansen. The Tanagers are 12-7 overall, 3-3 in the region, and they finished 5-5 in the DAC-12. The Tanagers are coached by head coach Jay Drake, along with assistant coaches John Roofers and Coach Bud Meyer for the Vermillion Tanager. The Tanagers in their traditional all-white uniforms, the Parker Pheasants in their all-blue uniforms, numbers and letters that are in white. It is the season finale in the birdcage. Cole, any final thoughts before we get this one underway?
You know, it's been a long season, and we've had a lot of basketball these couple weeks, and like you said, a disappointing loss on Monday. The game didn't go the way you wanted it to. Have a big game tonight. Give yourself some momentum going into the playoffs.
Here we go. Meeting in the center, Carter Hansen, along with Meyer, and it's won by the Vermillion Tanagers, and they will begin with the basketball. Again, Vermillion trying to finish their season 13-7. Neither one of these teams has anything to play for. Their postseason is already set. Vermillion is the 3 seed, whereas the Parker Pheasants will be the 8 seed. Zone Robinson drives in, rises up, leaves it short off the front of the iron, and it's rebounded by Davis there for the Pheasants. 30 seconds into the ball game. First possession for the Pheasants, almost lost it. Handed off to Weeman. Along the corner, bounce pass now as they go to Ross. Ross back out, working it with Davis. Back to Ross once again. Vermillion cutting out space. Deep 3. This one's off the back of the iron that time for Ray, and it's rebounded by Skogsberg. Quickly in the front court goes Carter Hansen, drives all the way in, tries to use the scoop layup, misses. It's the second rebound of the ball game for Davis. Quickly the opposite way, it's Ray using the left-handed dribble at the elbow, slid along the ground there to Weeman, the 17-footer, knocks it down. And Landon Weeman with his dad just over to our right of us, watching on. And the Parker Pheasants lead early 2-0. Straightaway 3, Rohrig shoots it. This one's off the mark. Somehow Trey Hansen comes with the rebound, and he's fouled, and it will go against the man who just scored. Landon Weeman will pick up his first personal, the first team foul. Weeman also the quarterback for the Parker Pheasants. Team that looked threatening this year in Class B. First free throw is off the mark for Trey Hansen. And the score remains 2-0, 6:37 first quarter. Second free throw. Up by Trey and knocks this one down. First point of the basketball game for the Vermillion Tanagers. It's 2-1. I'll get the little selfie camera on us once again this evening. I'm up here in the broadcast booth on the far south side of the gym is where we find our residents. Oh, a pass that's going to absolutely no one. Skogsberg's going to chase it down. Didn't need to. Battles his way in, splits by a double team and scores. Skogsberg has the first field goal of the night for the Tanagers. It's the first lead as well. And now Ray drives in. And a whistle is called before the shot, they say. Foul will be on Zone Robinson, picking up his first and the first team foul. It was before the shot, so just the common foul, not a shooting foul. Bounce pass to Ray, trying to get some space. Dishes it out, three-pointer quickly up, and this one airmailed. And here comes Skogsberg the opposite way. Skogsberg drives in, now tries to make a pass, gonna be tipped. And Meyer there, go out of bounds. It will stay with the Vermillion Tanagers here in the corner. Again, it's been a busy past couple of days for us here. Had 2 games here in the Birdcage already. Last night, 47-42, Vermillion girls punched their ticket to the Sodak 16. Hansen to Hansen, Carter has it. Picks up his dribble. Over to Robinson. Now Trey, as he makes his move, it's gonna be a foul called. As Travnik picks up his first personal and the second team foul. Three-pointer is off the mark for Carter Hansen. Rebounded by Ray. Travnicek, bounce pass. Meyer turns around, jumper. Misses, another rebound for Skogsberg. Jumper up by Trey Hansen is good. Trey Hansen now has 3 points in the ball game. 5-2, Vermillion's on a modest 5-0 run, if you will. Jumper for Weeman is off the side of the iron. Rebounded by Carter Hansen. Quickly up to Zoe. Zoe inside and scores. And Zoe Robinson has his first points in the ball game. And Cole, possessions are just coming away with one bucket after another right now at the moment for the Vermillion Tanagers.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think the main reason is because they're getting so many good looks underneath the hoop. They're doing a lot of driving, which I really like.
Meyer tries to get it down to Travnicek and will go out of bounds, and it will be Vermillion basketball. So Vermillion has scored on their last 3 possessions, Tanager fans. It's a 7-0 run that they are on, and they lead it by 5, 7-2, 4:34 first quarter. Again, great to have you along here with Live Ticket TV, the home for the Parker Pheasants and the Vermillion Tanagers. Voice of the Parker Pheasants, Shane Merrill. Got a chance to talk to him just the other day. Bryson Skogsberg drives down the block, puts up an ugly shot, maybe wanted some contact, nothing working. Then Robinson ran into Travnicek as he drove in. I should say, was driving into the front court, no foul called there. Missed shot, rebounded by Weeman. He can't get his putback to go, and quickly up to Robinson. Back to Trey. Trey, scoop, goes. Trey Hansen now with 5 points. And Nicole, as you mentioned, they just continue to drive. And Vermillion now a 9-0 run, and they lead it by 7. 3:48 first quarter. Inside of Weeman, his shot was partially blocked, gets back his own rebound, misses. Father frustrated over here. Rohrig wide open the opposite way in transition, scores. And Coach Moran will use a timeout. He'll take a full timeout. We'll take it with him. We're back in 60 seconds here on Live Ticket TV.
If you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Nice. Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. It's an 11-0 run for the Vermillion Tanagers. They lead it by 9. After the timeout from Coach Moran for the Parker Pheasants, it's a quick turnover. Carter Hansen tries the other way, misses, but the putback by his brother Trey is good. And Trey now has 7 points in quarter number 1. And again, Vermillion is on a 13-0 run and lead at 13-2. First double-digit lead for them, and now a reach and foul. No, a travel instead will go against the Parker Pheasants. We saw Cerny check in at the timeout, and now Cole Tweeten will check in. So Rohrig and Carter Hansen will come out of the basketball game. 13-2. 3:02 first quarter. Trey Hansen brings the basketball in the front court over to Bryson Skogsberg. Catch and shoot 3 for him. This one is off the heel of the iron. Rebounded by Travachek, excuse me. And be brought into the front court. Weeman. Pass deflected there by Tweeten and finally picked up by Skogsberg. Hands it off to Trey Hansen, back to Skogsberg. Another quick 3 for him. Gets this one to go. Bryson Skogsberg, his first 3 of the basketball game. In fact, it's the first 3 for either team. And Cole, 16-0 run now. Missed shot by the Parker Pheasants. They just can't seem to take the lid off the hoop. It's Meyer who has it. Work it to the corner. Baseline drive that time by Davis. Space was cut off. Back to Meyer. Now to Ray as he's trying to get some space. Up with his shot. Misses, but he's going to be fouled. And he'll be shooting 2 free throws. The foul will go against Bryson Skogsberg, picking up his first personal and the second team foul. Travanchek, the first free throw is off the mark. So again, Vermillion still on this 16-0 run, if you will. Carter Hansen's going to come back in the basketball game. And he's going to replace Bryson Skogsberg. Head coach Jay Drake is talking to him here a little bit. Second free throw, this one is good, and that finally ends the 16-0 run that the Vermillion Tanagers were on. 1:53 first quarter. Robinson over to Trey Hansen. His brother Carter. Carter back to Trey. Trey the easy jumper, up and good. Trey Hansen now 9 points in this first quarter. 18-3. Vermillion with a commanding lead. In quarter number 1, Cole, you haven't really said much, and I think it's just because not a whole lot to say when Vermillion offense is clicking the way they are. Ray shoots the 3, knocks this one down.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I don't really have anything to say. It seems like Vermillion's shooting well north of 50% from the field, and they're taking a lot of good shots. This is one of the few games where they actually might have the overall height advantage.
Tweeten goes right up, and he's going to get fouled. And he will head to the free throw line. I think some Parker Pheasants fans didn't like that one, which was a perfect call there. The foul will go against Meyer, picking up his first personal in the 13 foul. First free throw is good for Cole Tweeten. So first bench points for either team. 19-6, 1:08 first quarter. Second free throw, Tweeten knocks them down both. 14-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers as now they bring a little bit of a press. Young, jumper for him, blocked partially by Cole Tweeten. Robinson is going to get fouled as Ray reached in, and I don't think Ray likes the call. Picks up, though, his second personal. A little bit more of that point guard role for the Parker Pheasants, and he's going to have to come out of the basketball game. Make way for Colin Robertson. See, we'll check onto the court. 20-6, under a minute remaining in this first quarter. Trey Hansen up with a shot off the glass, couldn't get the go. If he would have hit it, it would have given him double digits. Already in quarter number 1. Beck has it. Beck the drive, and then it's going to be stolen away by Trey Hansen. Quickly the opposite way, up to Carter Hansen. Reverse layup isn't going to go, but Cole Tweeten fights for it back. And it goes to Carter Hansen. Three-pointer by Robinson is good. And that one all in part due to Cole Tweeten going up and battling for the rebound. The drive, and this one loose underneath the hoop, and now a jump ball is going to be called. And it stays with the Parker Pheasants. (23-6), 10 seconds. Pass stolen away by Skogsberg, and he goes up and lays it in. Skogsberg has 7. Last second heave, nowhere close. Vermillion leads it by 19 in an unconvincing quarter number 1 for the Parker Pheasants. We'll see if Vermillion can keep it going for quarter number 2. We'll see if Parker can't fight back in it. We're back in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV. Since 1966, Louis Cleaning and Restoration has served the Vermillion and Southeast South Dakota area with high-quality work and even higher-quality customer service. At Vermillion's oldest cleaning and restoration company, they pride themselves on providing the best service with friendly, knowledgeable staff. They specialize in cleaning, offering extensive cleaning services with high-powered equipment at an affordable price. Check out their website for a full list of services they offer. And next time you need it clean, call Louis Cleaning and Restoration.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. Carter Hansen, straight away 3, and this one is off the mark. That would have been a good way for the Vermillion Tanagers get the second quarter started. As they lead it by 19, Beck drives, can't score, and then there's a rebounding foul that will go against the Vermillion Tanagers. And there'll be 2 free throws upcoming for Meyer. Again, quarter number 1, it was all the Vermillion Tanagers. Put up 25 points. The foul, by the way, will come against Trey Hansen. Trey Hansen will pick up his first personal in the first team foul. Meyer hits the first free throw, giving him his first point of the basketball game. Second free throw, this one is good as well. Now has 2 points. 25-18, Cole. In the second quarter, we see Vermillion put up 25 points in the first. You want to keep that intensity going. We're not asking for you to get to 50, but just make sure you don't let Parker get back into this one.
Yeah, just kind of put the pedal on the metal. I mean, you really don't, like you said, don't have to get to 50 whatsoever, but just keep the offensive flow going. What they're doing right now has been really good.
Scoop pass to Ray. He shoots another 3 and knocks down another one. It's his second of the ball game. And he now has 7 points here in the first half. The leading scorer for the Pheasants by far. Missed 3 the opposite direction for the Vermillion Tanagers. 1 minute into the second. Pump fake the 3. 17-footer is off the mark. And Tweeten couldn't hold on to it. It's going to be an offensive board. Ray misses his jumper. Another offensive board. Meyer turns around jumper. This one's off the mark. Quickly the opposite way goes Robinson. Skogsberg pump fakes the 3, drives in, and can't get his shot to go. And all of a sudden, Vermillion has missed their last couple. It's in the backcourt. Erickson's being hassled. And finally will pass it off to Landon Beck. Back the left to right to left-handed dribble. Still Beck. Down the block, turnaround jumper. Oof. And it looked fancy all the way in until the shot. And just put a little too much muscle on it. Weeman's putback was no good either. And Vermillion has it. Quick three by Robinson. This one off the front of the iron. Cole, we talk about good shots, and Vermillion shot that one just 7 seconds into the shot clock.
Yeah, they're starting to rush things a little bit. They've really gotten away from driving into the hoop. That's where they've gotten a lot of their points. I'd expect them to try to make that change instead of trying to huck up these quick threes, drive in, get some good shots.
Pass along the baseline goes out of bounds, and it will stay with the Parker Pheasants. Cole Larsh can't see anything now.
I can see very clearly right here. About here. After that, it gets a little quite blurry.
The selfie cam is on us tonight. Cole Larsh takes off his glasses. That's what we're referring to. Always wears glasses. Oh! An inbound, and it went out the back of Connor Roehrig. Quick transition the opposite way, and Vermillion scores. Skogsberg with the 11 now. What a broken play there. I just went the back of Roehrig, and Vermillion takes advantage of it. Weeman kicks it to the wing. Back to the top they go. Now Ray has it. A deep NBA three. This one went to Weeman. Let's call it a pass. And he was blocked from underneath. Cherry picking the opposite way. Carter Hansen scores. Carter Hansen, in fact, that was his first bucket of the ball game. He has two. And it's 31-10. 5:09, second quarter. We're back in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. (31-10). Coach Moran uses one of his two 30-second timeouts here in this second quarter, trying to get his team play a little bit of defense, as Vermillion's already scored 31 here in 11 minutes of action. Quickly the opposite way after a turnover. Carter Hansen lost it, goes out of bounds. They say it was last touched by the Parker Pheasants, so it will stay with the Vermillion Tanagers here in the front court. Again, Tanager fans, the Vermillion girls onto the Sodak 16 will be playing in Menno, South Dakota against the Winter Warriors. That game coming up Thursday at 6:30. If you plan on attending, I would say get there early because it is going to be a jam-packed facility. A lot of Tanager fans and a lot of Warrior fans as well. Winter always travels nicely for high school sports. Three in the corner. Weeman knocks it down. Landon Weeman now 5 points in the ball game.
7 rebounds as well.
31-13, 4:23, second quarter. Robinson has his pocket pick from behind by Ray. Quickly in the front court goes Ray. Attacking, dishes it over the corner. Off balance three. I don't know how that just went in. Erickson just hucked it up there, and he certainly never got his feet underneath of him, but it fell down. Back-to-back threes now for the Parker Pheasants. They have it within 15, 31-16, 3:55, second quarter. Beck to Meyer. Ray to the corner. Erickson there three. This one in and out. Erickson couldn't get this one to fall. Transition the opposite way. Carter Hansen's going to be fouled. It'll be just the first team foul on the Parker Pheasants of this second quarter. The foul will go against Landon Weeman, picking up his second personal. 31-16, 3:40, second quarter. It's great to have Landon's dad with us last year as well, the part of the broadcast, Cole.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Ryan Weeman, who is here in the crowd. sitting just to the right of you, if you will, Cole.
Yeah, 4 people down.
A little railing blocks you in the way, too.
True.
That's way when Cole says silly things. He doesn't get beat up. 3-pointer off the offensive rebound. And then goes out of bounds. Skogsberg after the missed 3. Cole, timeout soon from head coach Jay Drake as his team's gone cold from the field.
Yeah, not only that, not only just because they're, I just lost my train of thought. Not only because they're going cold from the field, but it seems like they're losing a little bit of focus on the offensive end. They're really just not taking great shots, and they're really not on a good rhythm whatsoever either.
Robinson, after the turnover, got Weeman the jump and then rose up with him. And draw the foul. Robinson will be shooting 2. First free throw is good. By the way, that is Landon's 3rd personal, so he's going to have to come out of the game, and Harley Davis will check back in. Robinson, by the way, now 6 points here in the ball game this evening. Second free throw, this one is good as well. Top of the key, Erickson has it. Baseline, kick back out. Ray almost lost it, but is able to get it back. Jumper off the side of the iron, rebounded. Trey Hansen in the front court. Pass was from Cerny. Robinson now has it over Landon Cerny to Bryson Skogsberg. Pump fakes, now will drive, and is slipped, gets hit to the ground. Back to the top, 3-pointer, good. Trey Hansen, his first points since the first quarter, now has 12 in the ball game. Quickly Meyer rises up and scores. Miles now has 4 points in the ball game, 36-18, 2:26, second quarter. Robinson keeps his dribble alive, kicks it back out to Landon Cerny, over to Carter Hansen. He'll shoot the 3. This one off the mark. Fight for the rebound, and it's pulled down, but then turned over. Trey Hansen misses the easy look. And Vermillion has missed about 3 or 4 of those shots now here in this quarter, something they weren't missing in the first. 36-18, the drive. Trying to get some space this time is Davis, and now a whistle underneath. I'll say a foul that will go against the Vermillion Tanagers as they pick up their second team foul. A foul called on Trey Hansen, picking up his second personal. Cole Tweeton will check into the ball game, replacing Cerny. 36-18, 1:58, second quarter. Davis gets it in now to Robertson. Jumper for Ray, misses, but it's an offensive board for Dylan Dykstra. Back to the top with Robertson. 3-pointer for Ray is good. His third 3 of the ball game. 10 points.
What's Ray's last name?
Trevicek. 36-21, 1:26, second quarter.
Want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Travnicek. I wrote it down. I've shown you this. Travnicek.
There we go. Got it.
Take your word for it.
Meyer has it for the Parker Pheasants. Pass, almost lost. Loose basketball, finally picked up by the Pheasants. Trevnicek travels before he shot the 3. Missed it anyways. That'll be Vermillion basketball. 15-point lead for the Tanagers. They had a 19-point lead after quarter number 1. So if you will, Parker Pheasants have chipped into it a little bit. Also, Vermillion scored 25 in the first quarter. They've only scored 11 points here in this second. Robertson over Skogsberg, drives in, and a foul is called, and Skogsberg went down hard there on his left knee. Meyer will pick up his second personal and the third team foul. 2 free throws upcoming for Skillingsburg if he's okay to shoot them. It came down awkwardly on his knee. Rohrig looks like he's going to check in here in just a moment. And yeah, Skillingsburg is going to now take himself out of the ball game. So Connor Rohrig will now come in to shoot the free throws. Skillingsburg will take a spot on the bench, and we will not see him for the rest of this half. First free throw is good for the cold Connor Rohrig. Just thrusted into action immediately and knocks it down. He's got 3 points in the ball game. Now we're changing things around. Second free throw for Rohrig. This one is good. He's got 4 points in the ball game. 38-21, 45 seconds. Skillingsburg is going to head back to the training room to get an ice pack now. So we'll see if he's able to continue on into the second half. Controlled with Dykstra. The top now with Robertson. Loose basketball, picked up by the Pheasants. Jumper, this one is off the front of the iron, but it's an offensive board. So now, with that offensive board, the Pheasants can hold for the last second shot, and that's what they're going to do. Leading it by 17. Drive, this one off the mark. Another offensive board. Dykstra lets one jump by, 3-pointer off the mark. And in the end, the Pheasants have 3 different opportunities at the end of the half. Cannot score. They do cut into it a little bit. Instead of trailing by 19, they trail by 17. 38-21 as we head to halftime. The first half statistics are coming up here at halftime. And we'll take a look at scores from across the state of South Dakota. That's on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
If you are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills, we'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
This is where all. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. Halftime, 38-21. Vermillion boys led it 25-6 after quarter number one. Go a little colder, if you will, in that second quarter, but still hold a 17-point lead. In fact, the Parker Pheasants scored the first 2 points of this game before Vermillion went on a 16-0 run to make it 16-2 at one point. Again, never really looked back from that moment on. Right now, the little kids are out there shooting their free throws and three-point shots, trying to win themselves some 2-liter pops. And they got plenty out there this evening, but they're going to go quick because some kids are starting to knock down some shots. A man who's known to hold the state record in missed free throws. Cole Larsh has our first half statistics. Cole, what do we got?
I'd just like to point out that's not true. Put me at the free throw line right now. I 7 for 10 with a little warm-up.
Wait.
What?
Do you want me to read the first half statistics?
No, because by the time I get down there, they're going to be starting.
Cole, you can make it down there in time.
First half stats, first for the Parker Pheasants, 21 points. Landon Beck, also, by the way, last time I shot one of these things, it was from half court. I nailed it without a doubt. Banked it in. That was in White Lake. Landon Beck, 2 rebounds and an assist for Parker. Travnicek, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. He's the leading scorer for the Parker Pheasants. Harley Davis, 3 rebounds and an assist. Colin Robertson, 3 rebounds. Jevin Erickson with a 3 and a rebound. Landon Weeman, 5 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist for him. Dylan Dykstra with an offensive board, and Miles Meyer, 4 points, 3 boards for him. They score 6 in the first, 15 in the second for their total of 21. They are 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Now for the Vermillion Tanagers, 38 points. Landon Cerny with a rebound, Rory with 4. Bryson Skogsberg, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Zone Robinson, 7 points. Carter Hansen with 2, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Trey Hansen, 10 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, and 3 steals. Cole Tweeton with 2 free throws, a steal, and a block for him. They scored 25 in the first, 13 in the second. They went 7 for 10 from the free throw line. Again, your halftime score as you see it on the bottom of your screen there, 38-21 in favor of the Vermillion Tanagers.
Some fans have said they will pay for you to go shoot some free throws.
Bring it on. I bet I give you.
We told you to get down there.
I give you a solid. I'm working right now.
What are you working? I can delay.
I don't want to get myself fired, okay?
I'm just thinking you're scared to shoot some free throws down there.
Hey, Tuesday before the game, bring it on. They'll have basketballs out when we get here because we don't have to set everything up. We'll get here. I'll shoot 10 free throws. I'll make 6 of them.
38-21 at halftime. We're going to step aside. We're back with some scores from across the state of South Dakota and also the second half. That's on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
All you DIY customers out there, all 9 Rosenberg locations are offering 15% off You Can Do It promotion on residential riding lawnmower belts, blades, and home maintenance kits now through May 15th, 2024. Rosenberg Implement wants all their DIY customers to feel confident and prepared for the upcoming mowing season with the maintenance parts you need to get your equipment in shape. Take advantage of Rosenberg's DIY promotion and save 15% on riding lawnmower belts, blades, and home maintenance kits now through May 15th, 2024. Some exclusions do apply.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Farmers know crop insurance is a...
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the
No,
student
I'm like
athlete.
the level of nowhere close. I'm not too worried.
Yeah,
you don't care anymore, do you?
Whatever's below silver. I think it's just
bronze.
I don't even think I'm that.
That's the lowest rank. You're better. You have to be better than that.
I don't think I'm.
Okay, so you want to know what the rank? So it's bronze, silver.
What do the numbers
gold.
mean? I'm number 16.
16?
Yeah, like overall XP on it.
That's your XP level. That's not your rank.
What's your XP level? Do you know?
Oh, mine's like 400 something.
Yeah, mine's 16.
Yeah, okay. Silver, gold, platinum, diamond. There's something right here.
I play the game like
grand champ.
Cool. I hop on the video game.
There you go. I'm like here, and you're like here.
I hop on the game once, just for one match a day, and I come in, I win, and then we're good to go. Back in action here.
That's what I have written on the back of my stat sheet. I have a pronunciation, because he can't pronounce words, and the ranks of Rocket League, because apparently he doesn't know the ranks either.
So we're going to do this free throw battle, one-on-one game. 3-point contest might as well, as Carter Ross opens up with a 3-pointer to get this second half started.
Sure, bring it on.
I'm down for it all.
We have Jay as our witness.
We could do that. 3-pointer for Robinson is off the mark. Offensive rebound by Cole Tweeten. So Vermillion does not come out with their starting 5. Skogsberg is still out. He's now wearing a brace on his left knee. He has 1 point. Was having it iced during halftime. But again, now has, I don't want to say a brace, if you will, but more of a guard to protect a bruise. First free throw is off the mark for Cole Tweeten. And by the way, we saw Weeman pick up his 4th personal foul, so he immediately has to come out of the game. So he'll be sitting bench this entire third quarter. Second free throw is good for Cole Tweeten. He now has 3 points in the ballgame. 39-24. Getting underway here to start the third quarter. Ball goes out of bounds as Ray tried to attack and couldn't do so. Cole Tweeten just put his hands straight up in the air and did the smart play there. We're going to look at some scores from across the state of South Dakota. Not a whole lot to report here at the moment, as just games really haven't got underway. A little bit of surprise that some games starting so late here this evening, as well as, again, no girls doubleheader, if you will. Trey Hansen scores. He now has 14 points in the ball game.
Tomorrow's the big day, though, as that's the official end of the regular season for all classes. A lot of A and AA games going on tomorrow.
Quick 3. This one off the mark, rebounded by Trey Hansen. And you mentioned that, Cole. That's always the concern as well. Carter Hansen, 3-pointer, good. Carter Hansen now has 5 points. But this is always a scary game. These games right now are scary to schedule. Some coaches don't like it just because if weather were to happen, you wouldn't play 20 games. And Jay Drake is one of those coaches that emphasizes that he wants to play 20. It's the maximum amount you can play here in the state of South Dakota. And a pass that's going to be an over and back and a turnover for the Vermillion Tanagers. Other states it differs. Some you can have a few more. Including the state of Nebraska, you can have up to 22 regular season games. Coach Budmeyer is now talking to the trainer, Amy Richardson. I'm guessing it brought Bryson Skogsberg.
Probably about if he can play or not, because I don't think you can take Skogsberg's word for if you can play or not, because he's probably saying, yeah, put me in, but Budmeyer's like, you're not going to go back in if you can't.
And I have a feeling that, too, maybe avoid a potential worsening of the leg. When you're up by 20, no need to put you out there when, again, we're not playing for anything here at the moment. Vermillion is going to be the 3 seed in the region playoffs. The Parker Pheasants are going to be the 8 seed. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 have already been spoken for. The only thing we don't know is who's going to host the 4-5. Almost a turnover. Rohrig drives in, now makes a pass, takes deflection on its way through, and will go out of bounds. So Budmeyer went and talked to head coach Jay Drake, by the way. Said a few things to him, and then took his spot on the bench. Robinson, pull-up jumper off the mark. So yeah, I'm guessing that is... Now I see a head shake, and yeah, Jay just said no. You're not going. Jumper. This one off the mark. Rebounded by Trey Hansen. And now we're going to get a whistle from the official. Conversation with Robertson. I don't think he indicated a foul. I just think it was a simple conversation there. I think two guys are just getting tangled up. Jay's getting a little bit of an explanation there from the official. Kick back out to Cole Tweeten. Carter Hansen has it. Back to Trey. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Pass over to Carter Hansen. Carter drives in. And some contact was made, and a charge is taken there by Robertson, and the foul will go against Carter Hansen, picking up his first personal and the first team foul against the Vermillion Tanagers. Vermillion, in fact, leads it by 20 right now. What is their biggest lead? 44-24, 5:07, third quarter. Ross puts the floater up, off the mark. Rebounded by Trey Hansen. Dribble in between the legs. Quickly attacks, now kicks out. Pump fake. The drive by Carter Hansen. Can't get the go. Cole Tweeten, the big man inside. Offensive board, back up. Missed, but he's going to be fouled, and he's headed to the free throw line. Cole, so far in this game, Cole Tweeten has had a huge presence underneath.
Yeah, he has, and I think, honestly, probably the main reason for it is just the overall size advantage that they have, and when Vermillion starts driving in, you usually see that post defender kind of come over and help. Then usually it's just a simple dish, and Tweeten can get up with it. He's also got a couple big offensive rebounds in this quarter.
Cole Tweeten makes the first free throw, now has 4 points in the ball game. Second free throw is up, and this one is off the mark. Rebounded by the Parker Pheasants, trailing by 21. Again, Parker is going to be on the road on Tuesday evening down to North Sioux City to take on one of the top teams in the state of South Dakota. Jumper, this one is good. Travenchek, 12 points for him in the ball game. 45-26, 4:23, third quarter. Rohrig hands off to Carter Hansen, to Robinson. Zoe drives and has his shot blocked away. Dykstra will check in. And Davis will check out of the ball game for the Parker Pheasants on the substitution. 45-26. Inbound to Robinson. Over to Carter Hansen. Cole, the way this one's going, do you bring out the second team a little bit more in the fourth quarter to give these starters a rest? Up by 20. Well, I'm not talking a running clock, just up kind of where they have at right now, this lead. Do you think we see the maybe JV team come in a little bit sooner than what we would see?
Yeah, I think maybe a little more, maybe a little early, but also I think we're not going to just see the full JV team come out. We're going to try and get some work with the varsity squad and the JV squad just in case anything were to go crazy in the playoffs.
Carter Hansen Tries to get by his defender, and a whistle is called as he makes his move. It will be result of 2 free throws. And then Cerny is going to check in. The foul called on Dykstra. Dykstra will pick up his first personal. 3rd team foul. Rohrig will come out, and it will be Cerny who will check in. 48-26. Free throw is up. Carter Hansen is able to hit them both. 7 points for him in the ball game. 23-point lead. Quick corner 3. Coach Moran shouting rebound.
That was not. That
was a
coach.
fan.
That was about 5 rows deep with the backwards Under Armour hat.
Okay. So I just heard it come from that direction. Another foul called on the Parker Pheasants as they've gotten themselves into foul trouble now. Another free throw is upcoming for Cole Tweeten. And the foul is on Meyer, so picking up his 3rd personal and the 4th team foul. Vermillion will now be in bonus rest of this 3rd quarter. Free throw is up and good, and there we go. Cole, as we talked about, we're going to see it. Trenton Thomas will be the first to enter on. Now, Trenton Thomas, if you will, has been the 8th man or 3rd off the bench for the Vermillion Tanagers. Second free throw is good for Tweeten. The big man's actually going to come out of the ball game. Making way for Trenton Thomas, the sophomore guard. 51-26, a 25-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers. 3:18 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Kravnicek, pull-up jumper, off the mark, rebounded, Cerny. Trey Hansen just attacks the heart of the defense, and as he makes his move, a foul is called. A couple different defenders looked at other guys to try to see who they had to pick up, and Trey saw that, attacked the heart of the defense, and again, they commit the foul. So now Meyer picks up his 4th personal. So Meyer and Weeman both with 4 personals. Again, as we mentioned, it's the 5th team foul, so bonus was a shooting foul anyways. Trey Hansen, 2nd free throw, gets them both. 16 points the ball game for him. 53-26. Pass over to the corner. Dykstra, turnaround jumper. This one goes for Kravnicek. He's got 14 in the ball game. Trey Hansen drives in, off the glass, and good for 2. (55-28), 2:20, 3rd quarter. Jumper, good for Kravnicek. He now has 6 in the quarter, 16 for the ball game. 55-30. Cerny inside, kick back out. Robinson knocks it down. Robinson with that now hits double figures for the evening. He's got 12 in the ball game. 58-30. 28-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers. Not hit the running clock rule yet. Drive, turn around, off the mark, rebounded by Thomas. Gets his name in the stat book this evening. Robinson, spin, shot. No, they're going to get a charge. Foul that will go against the Vermillion Tanagers. The foul will be the 2nd team foul. And the foul on Robinson, picking up his 2nd personal. No one has picked up more than 2 fouls for the Vermillion Tanagers. Robinson has picked up 2, and Trey Hansen has picked up 2. 91 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, 58-30. Dykstra almost lost it there for a moment. Ray jab step one way, goes the opposite. Dykstra To the top with Young. Travnicek, the three-pointer, good. Ray Travnicek now has 9 points in this quarter. 19 for the ball game. 58-33. Robinson kicks out to Trenton Thomas. He'll shoot the three. This one is off the side of the iron, but it's an offensive rebound by Trey Hansen. Reset back to Thomas. Robinson drives in, kicks out. Now over to Carter Hansen. Back out to Robinson. Robinson, the floater up, and this one is off the mark. Rebound by Trenton Thomas. Back out to Trey Hansen. To Carter Hansen. He'll shoot the three. Good! Carter Hansen, his second three of the quarter. 8 points in the third. 10 for the ball game. 61-33. Travnicek will hold for the last second shot. Hand it off to Dykstra. Dykstra. Now to Young. Young is almost going to lose the basketball, but they're going to call a foul, a reach-in that will go against the Tanagers. Be on Robinson, so now picking up his third and quick substitution. Rohrig will check in. Trey Hansen will come out. And now a design player, I believe. Meyer just checked in with 4 personal fouls. They're just going to use his size and go right to him. Yep, there it is. Jumper, nowhere close. 61-33. It's a 28-point lead as we head to the fourth. Final quarter comes up here in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV.
Essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. You and me were both surprised. Three-pointer by Robinson starts the fourth quarter. And with that three as well, it will also get us to a running clock as Robinson now has 15 points in the ball game. Quick jumper the opposite way, off the mark. Cole Tweeten's back out there, by the way, Cole, and you mentioned it. Trenton Thomas has now head back to the training room, so he could be injured as well. Robinson back-to-back threes. Zone Robinson now 18 points in the ball game, 67-33. And we're going to start to see it, Cole. You mentioned it in the third quarter there. Jay is going to mix in his JV team as Roovers will check on here in just a moment. Weeman just scored. He has really not played in this ball game, picking up 4 personal fouls. He's got 7 for the ball game. So Roovers is going to come in. Trey Hansen will come out. So Trey Hansen here tonight will finish with 18 points in the ball game. He's tied for the leading scorer. Roovers. Robinson to Cole Tweeten. The big man trying to cook. Pass out to Roovers. Too low and will go out of bounds. 67-35. 6:36 fourth quarter. Timeout. We're back in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
Is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Advertising can be a welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. Trenton Thomas is coming out of the trainer's room with an ice pack as well. This one supporting his right arm, or I should say his right finger. So not good for the Vermillion Tanagers. And now Trenton Thomas and Bryson Skogsberg have both picked up injuries here in this last game of the season. And a charge that is taken by Carter Ross. And it will be a foul that's called on Carter Hansen, picking up his second personal in the first of the quarter. And with that, Carter Hansen will come out of the basketball game. Carter Hansen will finish with 10 points this evening. And checking into the ball game for the Vermillion Tanagers will be Gabe Larson, 67-35. Weeman goes underneath. Meyer almost lost the basketball. Travnicek misses the three-pointer. Rebounded by Robinson. So we're seeing a mixture of starters and the second team out there at the moment for Vermillion. Roerick, corner three, bingo! How about that one for Connor Roerick? 7 points in the ball game. His first three as well. And now we're reach-in foul. That Robinson says the, well, word I better not say. Wasn't too naughty, but we'll just avoid saying it. And now he's going to have to come out of the ball game. And Robinson said, don't take me out. I don't want to come out yet, coach. I'm not done yet. Wyatt Morris will come in. Stone Robinson is finished. 18 for him on the night. Travnicek, three-pointer, good. Travnicek now 22 points here in the ball game. I can't wait to hear Jay Drake's reaction about Ray having 22 points. It's not. He's going to be upset about that. Cole Tweeten, the jumper for him is off the mark. Two Pheasants fighting for the basketball. Back quickly in the front court. Travnicek now three-pointer, good. He's got 25. 70-41. 29-point lead. Quick three-pointer, good. Gabe Larson knocks down the three. And now a quick timeout is going to be called, and this is just going to be a rolling clock timeout. As the Parker Pheasants are going to say everyone who dressed tonight gets their chance to play. Also, Roerick is going to come out. He'll finish the evening, 7 points. So 4 for the Vermillion Tanagers, finishing double figures, including Bryson Skogsberg, who did not play in the second half due to an injury. And now a quick turnover, as it's going to be the other Tanager who just checked out. Is Preister is out there for the Vermillion Tanagers. So a little bit of the second team out there at the moment. In fact, it's second team versus second team. Morse shoots the three, misses. Cole Tweeten got the easy offensive rebound, just went right back up with it and draws the foul. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot a few more. Cole Tweeten, 6 points for him this evening. 3:26 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 32-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers. First free throw is good. Cole Tweeten having himself a career night. Varsity level, 7 points. Second free throw. This one up, and this one's off the mark. Basketball saved from going out of bounds, being ping-ponged around, and Vermillion in the end comes up with it. Tweeten, the catch and shoot jumper. Off the mark, rebounded by Davis. 74-41. The jab and drive, that time by Kipes. And now a travel is called against Davis, and they'll give it to Vermillion. Another substitution here for the Vermillion Tanagers, as checking on will be Frankie Orr, the junior forward. Cole Tweeten will check out of the ball game, and Cole Tweeten will finish with 7 points tonight. So Vermillion offensively now has 0 points on the hardwood. Preister pulls up, misses, rebounded by Orr. Back out, Preister drives, can't quite get the go, punched up in the air, loose basketball, finally collected by Davis. 2:25, fourth quarter. Kipes loses the basketball out of bounds, and it will stay with the Parker Pheasants. Again, Tanager fans, we're back here on Tuesday. As the Region 4A playoffs begin for the Vermillion Tanagers, as Vermillion will be taking on Elk Point Jefferson. Game will start at 7 o'clock. We'll have all the coverage for you. And everyone for Vermillion who dressed tonight gets their chance to play. Hunter Morse checks on, along with Luke Jensen and one more out there that I'm missing at the moment. Here comes Vermillion in the front court. Orr, jumper, knocks it down. Frankie Orr has his first 2 points of the ball game.
I can't see that far.
Well, you wear glasses for a reason.
Yeah, and they don't help when your screen's tiny.
76-41.
There we go. Now I can see it.
Does that help you at all?
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Okay. Hunter Morse, the rebound. Pick up dribble. Straightaway three. This one is off the mark. Final minute here inside the birdcage. In fact, final 35 seconds. This one's been well in hand. Vermillion's going to finish their season, by the way, 13-7. They'll also finish 4-3 within Region 4A. And again, they wrapped up DAC 12 play on Monday, finishing 5-5. The Parker Pheasants are going to drop to 4-16 overall. They don't play a full region schedule, actually. They'll finish 0-4. Three-pointer is off the mark. Back out. The philosophy is let them play. Parker doesn't necessarily roll by that same philosophy. And now they're going to let it out. That was not Wyatt Morris trying to add to it. Jay has said this. I've had this post-game conversation, or I should say off-air conversation with him before, saying, what are you feeling? He goes, always in the past, don't let him. Just work out the clock. But he's like, I've changed my philosophy over the years of, hey, you get a chance to play, so go out there and enjoy it. So that's why we're seeing those late threes. In the end, 76-41. As I mentioned, Vermillion finishes 13-7 overall. The Parker Pheasants finished their regular season 4-16. Again, Tanager boys get the win here inside the birdcage. We'll step aside. Coach Budmeyer and a final game statistics are on the way next here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live.
Struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV. There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Give it off to Cisse, gliding to the basket. Out to three, Jay Hayes. Good. And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. The season finale results in a win for the Vermillion boys as they beat the Parker Pheasants 76-41. In fact, the Parker Pheasants scored the very first 2 points of this ball game, and from there, Vermillion went on a 16-0 run, making it 16-2 and never looked back. Led it after quarter number 1. 25-6. Even at halftime, holding a 17-point lead. We're able to hit the running clock rule, if you will, to start the fourth quarter with a made bucket immediately. As we mentioned, the Tanagers never look back as they cruise to this victory tonight and heading into the playoffs in the right direction as they get ready to take on the Elk Point Jefferson Huskies right here inside the birdcage. Again, that's going to be happening at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, so we expect your support here in Vermillion. That could be the final game for the Vermillion boys here inside Vermillion as well. We'll have to see what else happens. The Parker Pheasants, they will be on the road as the 8 seed to take on the 1 seed Dakota Valley. That is also coming up on Tuesday evening. Cole Larsh, final game numbers for this evening for both the Parker Pheasants and the Vermillion Tanagers.
Yeah, final stats first for the Parker Pheasants, 41 points. Just going to go down the roster numerically, and that's how we're going to roll. Ashton Young with an assist. Landon Beck, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Ray Travnicek, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal for him in the ballgame. What a game for Ray Travnicek. Harley Davis, 5 rebounds, an assist, and a block. Colin Robertson, 3 rebounds. Jevin Erickson, 3 points and a rebound. Landon Weeman, 7 points, 9 rebounds, and an assist. Carter Ross with 3, Dylan Dykstra with a rebound, Miles Meyer 4 points, 4 rebounds, and Garrett Postma with a rebound as well. For the Parker Pheasants, they go 3 for 4 from the free throw line. They score 6 points in the first, 15 in the second, 12 in the third, 8 in the fourth for their total of 41 points. Again, they will end the regular season 4-16 on the year. Then the stats for the victorious Vermillion Tanagers. They score 76 points. Got to go down the whole roster numerically as just about everybody got in the stat book. Roovers with a rebound. Cerny with 2 rebounds and an assist. Hunter Morse with a rebound. Rorig 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Trenton Thomas with 2 boards. Bryson Skogsberg 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Zone Robinson 18 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Carter Hansen, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Gabe Larson, 3 points, a rebound, and a steal. Trey Hansen, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Frankie Orr with 2 points and a rebound. And Cole Tweeten with 7 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, and 2 blocks. They go 16 for 22 from the free throw line. They score 25 in the first, 13 in the second, 23 in the third, and 15 in the fourth quarter for their total of 76 points. They will end the regular season 13-7 overall, and again will be the 3 seed in the region tournament. Again, your final score here, 76-41.
Perfect way to win this one tonight. We talked about, even with Jay, I remember we had this kind of off-air conversation that was like, make sure we're focused, make sure we're ready. I can't take a phone call right now. I don't know why people...
Every game.
I'm a popular guy, I guess. And Tanager fans usually know that I'm broadcasting. That one probably not a Tanager fan. But like I said, Cole, good way for this one for Vermillion to win the way they did and take care of business and leave no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a win. It was good win. I mean, they had a lot of points. They won by a good amount. Was it the perfect way? I mean, no, not really. But then again, like you said, when you come into the game and you think, I mean, there's really, like you said, really not much to play for as both teams were locked into their region spots, into their seeds. I mean, just from a basketball standpoint, I'm sure my dad was just sitting there saying, oh, this was ugly basketball, but there's a lot of points scored, and ultimately Vermillion got the 35-point win, so, I mean, I can't really nitpick it too much.
It's all that matters is getting the win and taking care of business here this evening as, again, Vermillion gets a big victory, 76-41, as we're joined with Coach Budmeyer here on the post-game show. You look good in that.
Hey, same shirt, too. Looky there. I might have a problem. I bet I had the same khakis on, too.
Do you only have one outfit?
Oh, no. It's a cycle. This is a cycle.
How deep is this cycle?
Well, 5 days in a week.
Okay.
So give me a couple more, maybe 6 or 7.
Wait, this is a Friday outfit then?
Yeah, sure.
I love it. I love it. Coach, I talked with Jay during the pregame show. We said we got to make sure we come out and play with intensity, take care of business, bounce back from what happened on Monday. Did that happen tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. It all started in practices. So after the Canton game, we talked after the game, just kind of disappointed in the effort and stuff. We watched film that next day, and the last 2 practices have been really intense. The kids turned it up a notch, and then it reflects the way you practice is how you play. And it reflected tonight. Thought the kids played super hard. Had a little lull in the second quarter, but that first quarter we came out and just defended hard, and that's all we asked the kids to do. Go defend somebody.
So we see you go for 25 points in that first quarter. But as you mentioned, they start to get a little bit of momentum, start to hit some buckets into the second quarter. What was the message going into halftime to make sure you kept that intensity up and didn't let them really have any life in this game?
Yeah, so on the defensive end, we did a good job stopping them on the first, but we gave up way too many offensive rebounds, and that's what kind of gave them life that second quarter. And they got some kids that can shoot it, too. If you give any team more than one opportunity, the percentages of them making a shot just goes up every time. So with defense, it doesn't matter unless you finish it with a rebound. So that's where we struggled in that second quarter. And then on the offensive end, the second quarter, I think we kind of fell in love with some early threes, and that leads to tough on defense because you can't get set, long rebounds. So a lot of things just didn't quite go right that second quarter, but we regrouped in halftime, and we came out and played a good second half and got the win.
Knocked down some shots. As we mentioned, 76-41 is your final. Before we talk about Elk Point Jefferson and coming into the postseason, give us the update where Trent Thomas comes up with a hand injury. Bryson Skogsberg looks like a knee injury when he went down. What are the updates that you can give us on those two?
Bryson just kind of clanked knees and burst and had a kind of some swelling. And with the time in the score of the game, and we got playoffs coming up, we got the okay to let him go, but we just decided for the best of him and further injury and best for the team coming up with playoffs, just to kind of hold him out. And then Trenton, unfortunately, I don't know, he jammed his finger and had to go over to Amy and didn't just ice it up. I don't know too much on him, not too much update there, but he jammed it, and we'll see what happens.
We were discussing up here that maybe Amy didn't say yes he could go and that you had to maybe go over there and get confirmation, because I'm guessing Bryson's that competitor to say, no, yeah. She said I'm good to go. And
we had to double check because we know Bryson, that is a tough-nosed kid, and he wants to play ball. So if he has any chance of playing, he's going to tell us yes, but we always got to confirm with Amy. We got the best trainer in the region, best trainer in the state, and we trust her no matter what. So she does an amazing job.
44 fouls. You shot 31 free throws last time we played Elk Point Jefferson here inside the birdcage. I don't think we're going to see that many free throw attempts, and you shot 54%, by the way, so it wasn't that pretty either for the team. But you got an ugly win, if you will. There was no flow to that game against Elk Point Jefferson. How is it going to be different on Tuesday?
I'm okay with an ugly win, one that looks good. All that matters at the end of the day is we come out and win. We always pride ourselves on 3 stats: boards, free throws, and turnovers. In playoff basketball, if you can go win those 3 stats, you're giving yourself the best chance possible to go win a game. And that's kind of EPJ's MO. They're very physical. They've got Fournier inside, a big physical football player. They got a heck of a football program they've had the last couple of years, and they play that way too. They're physical. We can play physical as well too at times, so I guess we'll just kind of see how the game flow goes. Just take care of our own business, play hard, and if we defend, I like our chances.
You were featured here last night during the broadcast. We mentioned you, but also you were just watching, of course, the Vermillion girls. Are you going to make your trip over to Menno on Thursday?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's what we told them in the locker room. A problem we want to have is that we have Thursday morning practice so we can go support the girls on Thursday. Only way to get there, got to take care of business on Tuesday.
Let's go take care of business.
Let's do it.
There he is. Coach Budmeyer here on the postgame show. Appreciate it, as always, for everything you do for the team and join us during the postgame show. And that's basically all there is to say with it. I know Cole Larsh doesn't really have much more to say. It's 76-41. It's the season finale. The Vermillion Tanagers are on to the postseason. And we'll see you for the postseason on Tuesday right here into the Birdcage. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 with the tip set for 7 o'clock. Until then, have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend.
Checks in for Bulldogs.